A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Not only are these the principles of being a Boy Scout, these are words that remind me of my dad, Steve McPhetres. Dad passed away in an unfortunate fall in 2015. In his memory, a bench was installed near the entrance of Boy Scout camp on Boy Scout Beach in Juneau, Alaska. The bench was designed by Eric Forer and installed in August of 2017. Over the course of the last 6 years, the bench has not weathered well, and a group of people discussed giving the bench a much-needed overhaul. While Don and Chris Thomas were out walking with family to the bench, they figured it was time to make this a reality. They were able to detach the back of the bench from the base and carry it out the 1-mile hike with the help of Jan McPhetres and Bob Engelbretch. 3 hikers, Samantha Scranton, Emily Sharp, and Maya Rieselbach, assisted in carrying the awkward unit the entire length of the trail. The group tied the back of the bench to the roof of Chris's car in order to bring it back to the designer and builder Eric Forer. With the help of Paul Andrews, Eric stripped the wood of its varnish and painted a water-based cleaner that will preserve the wood for the next 20 years. On July 12th, 2023, the team set out to reassemble the bench. With the help of Jerry and Chris from the Boy Scout camp, the back was able to be brought out on a 4-wheeler to the bench location. As Jerry and Chris delivered 3 loads of D1 rock from the back of Thomas's truck, Paul and I started sanding the bench and preparing it for the weathering treatment. Joel and Chris made short use of each one of the D1 loads, covering the underside of the bench thoroughly. This was my first time using this type of sander and learned quickly that it was not to be pointed towards me. Well, what do you think? Jan McPhetres arrived with needed brackets. The back of the bench was set for reassembly. The process went very quickly, even with only 1 screwdriver. Paul and Joel were able to get the 32 screws and brackets back in place with very little effort. The next stage was the reassembly of the covers that would go over the connecting screws. This was done with a screw gun and finished off with 2 copper nails for an artistic look. The final step was adding the same weathering solution to the freshly sanded bench.
Frosting on the cake.
The McPhetres family would like to thank the many hands who made the work easy and fast. We hope that this memorial bench for Steve McPhetres will be a place for visitors to Boy Scout Beach, where they can sit and look at the amazing scenery, just like Steve would have done. And we hope that the bench will be here for many years to come. Thank you.